Why would we scrap free TAFE? Wait, who wants to get rid of it? The coalition. And how do I know? Well, they've been staunchly opposed to it. And to put the nail in the coffin, what does their education spokesperson reckon?
The free TAFE policy is just not working, and I'm trying to be polite.
Well, Sarah, at least you're trying to be polite, although not polite enough to respond to my request for comment. Anyway, why do you think it doesn't work?
But the free TAFE policy so far has cost this country $1.5 billion.
That's from a video reported on by news.com.au's Sam Maiden. And just saying, this leaked video is hardly a shocker. I mean, Peter Dutton voted against free TAFE in February this year. But let's have a look at the facts around free TAFE then. Why do we have free TAFE? Well, currently, we don't have enough people doing the things the country needs to sustain itself. So, the Labour government introduced tuition-free training in high-demand areas like aged and disability care, early childhood and support work, cybersecurity, and of course, construction. Because if the solution to the housing crisis is supply, like a majority of the political landscape says it is, then we need people to build the houses. This report from Jobs and Skills Australia shows that 33% of occupations are currently in shortage, with significant gaps in healthcare, education, construction, and technology. So it's free training for the jobs that we need. But how many people are taking it up? Well, the Libs say that the policy only has a 13% completion rate. They got this number from this report from the Daily Telegraph in October last year. Labour says, using more recent data, there have been 600,000 enrolments and 110,000 courses completed. So that works out to a completion rate of just over 18%. However, neither of those numbers gives a clear picture on how the policy is doing, good or bad, simply because there hasn't been enough time for the people to study. The free TAFE program began in 2023, with 89% of the qualifications being Certificate 3 and above. These courses can vary between 6 months and 3 years of full-time study. And there's the fact that 4 out of 5 government-funded students completing their qualifications are part-time, according to Labour. To a certain degree, it's like the coalition has measured a marathon halfway through and then claimed that people didn't finish. The government says it uses data released by the National Centre for Vocational Education Research 4 years after commencement. This will paint the most accurate picture on how this program is working from 2027. Until then, if only there was a way to see how successful a free TAFE policy is. Wait a minute, Victoria has had free TAFE since 2019, so what's the completion rate? Well, of the people that started a free TAFE course in 2019, 53.7% completed by 2022. That's higher than the national average university completion rate, which is around 40%, according to this article from the Herald Sun that used government data. Some courses, like plumbing, show lower full qualification completions, but that's often because students only take the units they need for licensing and get jobs quickly, which of course is the main goal of the program, to get Aussies into work, lifting the standard of living.